Hi guys, welcome to the second video of ROS2. In this video, firstly, in the previous video, we covered some basics of ROS2. Firstly, we saw how ROS2 is different from ROS1 and how it's unique, how it's useful, and then we saw how to install Ubuntu, ROS2, and then we built our first workspace. We also saw some basic notes and we also ran some software packages. In this video, we are gonna expand that and this video is gonna be more like a command type video in which we are gonna execute different commands, and you should have a feel of what those command does and how those commands are getting executed. Like after every package you should build it and always source, like things like this you should always remember. And firstly, there were some issues in the last video related to sourcing, and we're gonna fix it first and then we're gonna move to the second video, um, which is about services, actions, and you'll create your own Python nodes with the code that I'll give you. And then you can even see how to create two nodes in the same line. You can launch multiple nodes with a single command. And then lastly we'll take a tour of command line toolkit, which is useful for debugging, and like it can make a life a lot more easier. What is different in this video as compared to the first video is that I'm not gonna write every command from scratch. I'll provide a document in the description and it will contain sequence wise commands which you can just copy and paste in your Ubuntu RS2 command prompt, and we'll enable the option of pasting the commands in the video itself in the first part of the video. And remember that you can paste stuff by pressing Ctrl Shift V. This is done so that the focus is more on learning about the commands than to just write the commands, because you're gonna not learn the commands anyways and you're just gonna learn how to use those commands for launching it in ROS2. So that's the key theme of this video. This video is gonna be more focused on how the commands are used and what code to paste where and why is it there, rather than just writing code from scratch. So let's get in the video. Hi guys, so the first thing is we'll fix some issues. Firstly, go into your nano bash rc to fix this first line of code issue where it shows no file directory found. Oh, first of all, before doing this, we'll fix the screen issue. So close your Ubuntu and go into settings, and then in storage make sure that you have this CD under the control ID, and if you don't have, just click on add and make sure this is attached, and then click on OK and then start your Ubuntu. Make sure that you click on devices and click on insert guest editions CD image. So now you'll see this CD icon when you click on that insert thing, and then click on it and then right click and click open in terminal. And now you have to just auto run the CD so that it creates a full screen for you. So for that you have to just write /autorun.sh and then click enter, and then you have to just enter your password and click authenticate, and then it's just a waiting process from here. So as you can see, you should see a full image now, and if you don't see a full screen, you can just click here and see your resolution if it's perfectly aligned with your resolution. And if you don't have a full screen now, just and a small screen, just click on right control plus F, and that way you can just toggle out and in a full screen. That's how it works. And now just click on command box and click, now do the nano bash rc thing. So you have to just scroll down and make sure you just have these two lines. Earlier we had a lot of lines, so just remove any extra lines. We only need these two extra lines, and then you have to just overwrite and close the terminal box. Now that we have fixed our issues, before starting with all the command pasting thing that is gonna be boring, I'm just gonna have you go through what is exactly we're gonna do. So firstly, we're gonna look at services. It's a way for Node to send requests and get replies, which is great for things like resets and direct queries. As in, if you ask a robot, what is, for example, 2 plus 3, you should get a reply from the second robot that the answer is 5. That's how services work. And then there are things like actions, which are useful for long driven goals. Actions basically are kind of services, but like if you want, for example, parameter, you can just simply put in values and it should provide a parameter. And it is useful for things like navigation, arm movement or anything, because you should need a constant feedback in and out. And after that, you're gonna see some python nodes, and you're gonna just like go through how to make python nodes. And what it actually means is that your robot is talking and the second robot is listening. It is known as publisher and subscriber. So one robot is publishing something and second robot is subscribing to the publisher. So basically one robot is talking and the second is listening. And if the robot is talking and listening to itself, it is known as launching uh, two nodes in a single command. So the robot will listen to itself, and then we can make a second robot, like here the first robot also. So a robot can talk to itself and the second robot can also talk to it. It's a very cool thing. And then lastly, we'll walk you through to command line toolkit. Basically, in every command that you are gonna execute, like publisher and subscriber, there are some toolkits that will make your life easier, and it will make experimenting and anything way faster. So it's a very good thing. Now let's get back into the video where I'll show you which command to put and how is it useful. We'll firstly install the service demo and then just firstly do sudo apt update, because it's a good thing to do in the start, and then just let it run. And then we can just install the required packages for services. As I said, I'll just paste the commands. You can see it from the doc that I'll attach in the description and not write it from scratch, so it's easier. Now just paste the command that was in the description. There's some typing issue. Let me just fix it pretty quickly. You have to just paste the command that is in the description, and then the packages will be installed. And then what you have to do, you have to open two terminals. First one, and then just write the source to the humble, and then you have to just run the example of the service main. You have to just run this command. You can find it in the description. You can find every command in the description and you have to follow that. And then what you have to do is to open a second terminal, and then in the second terminal you have to repeat the source command. As usual, you have to always do that in the starting. And then instead of the service main, you have to just write the service call. And then what you have to do is, like, whatever you type, it will be sent over to the service main and it will execute and it will call back. and you can see the results in the right terminal box. So now we'll write our first Python node, and for that firstly we have to create our own package. So go inside your workspace and your src. As usual, you might know the commands from the first video itself, and then you have to just create a package. For it, write ROS2 pkg create and then a backward slash, and you can fit it in the same line as well. It's just for demonstration purposes. Then write build type ent underscore python. Wait, I made a mistake, I'll just correct it. It's ament underscore python, and then put a backward slash. Then write minimal underscore py underscore pkg, and then go to the next line, and then just finally write hyphen dependencies rcl py. It's dependencies rcl py std underscore msgs, which basically means standard messages. As you can see, I already have this package. You might not have it, so it will work for you. And then you have to just paste this mkdir file, which will be in the document in the description. And then now what we have to do is that we have to stick in the publisher and the subscriber files respectively. So for that, firstly go into your nano, you have to go into your ROS2 workspace src, and into your created minimal underscore py underscore package, like the one that we created above. And then after that we have to go inside to the package itself, and then you have to just for now go into the publisher one. As you can see, there's a publisher.py. You have to just paste it from the description itself, and then you have to just paste it chmod command for publisher.py, and then just repeat the same command for subscriber as well. So firstly we'll go inside the subscriber.py thing using nano, and then paste the script I'll have in description. And after pasting it, just simply write out and then exit, and then run chmod for it as well. And lastly we'll just go inside this workspace again using the last few commands, and then what we have to do is go down and find the entry points thing, and in this we now have to add a few things. So in this you have to just paste publisher is equals to this directory that we just pasted our py scripts in, and also for subscriber. And then you have to just press Ctrl O for writing out, and then just exit simply. And then now your publisher and subscriber PYs are ready to use. And to use it, simply you have to go inside your workspace and come out of the src file, and then you have to just call con build it. As you can see, I faced some issue and I tried debugging it, and I got to know that there's this extra line that was not needed in my py script, because we are going into nano bash rc, so we don't need it in our script. But the corrected form of scripts that I gave in description, you can just directly paste it and you won't have any issues. and if you have had any issues, you have to just clear that line and then run chmod again, just like usual, and you have to just then go inside your workspace, and then you have to just call cone build and then see if it is successfully building now. You shouldn't have any error if it properly has the correct py file now. So you have to just build the minimal package, and you can see it's successful. So we corrected the py files. Now we can just open a new terminal, new two sets of terminal, and as we can see, one will be for publisher and one will be for subscriber. So we have to just run the same set of commands, but one for publisher and one for subscriber. So firstly, in both of these workspaces, we'll just source out our usual workspace, and then on first we'll run the minimal underscore py underscore package publisher, and then on second one we'll run minimal underscore py underscore package subscriber. And if we press enter, we can see that it's now running. The subscriber is hearing hello ROS2 from the publisher, and it started from 24 because we started the publisher file a bit before than subscriber file. As we can see, we don't see anything on the left command box right now, and it's okay because if you want to see, we can just stop the right terminal, and then we can also stop the publisher file. And if you want to visualize the left terminal also giving some output, what you can do is simply go inside the nano bash rc of publisher, and then inside the script, by the way, your script should now look like this. I have corrected my scripts. The corrected scripts will be in the description itself, so you don't need to worry. If you want to see the output showing that it prints hello ROS2, what you have to do is go on this exact line, and you have to just write a print statement. Even if you don't correct it, it's totally fine. I am just doing it for formatting purposes. And we can now try running the publisher and subscriber commands to see if we see the publisher messages. Oh, I forgot to build a package itself. We have to build a package after changing the scripts every time we change the script. So we'll just stop it using Ctrl+C, and then what we have to do is if we change the py script, we have to build it again using callcon. Firstly, we'll just go inside a workspace, and then we have to callcon build a file. And as you can see, it now shows successful. Now if you try running your publisher file, you'll see it saying hello ROS1, and then the subscriber node will show it is hearing hello ROS2. So basically it is like two robots talking to each other. One is saying hello ROS2 and other one is hearing hello ROS2. So that's how it works. Sorry for any kind of issues. And now we can simply close the terminals because we are gonna start a new topic, and in that we will just create a single file which contain both the nodes, and we are gonna run it. For that, open a new terminal, and then we are gonna create a new script known as mini_demo.launch. And in that, firstly you have to paste this Python script, which will attach both the nodes, both subscriber and publisher node. And then we gotta go inside the setup.py script. So nanopash rc underscore inside the setup.py, and then you're gonna paste the Python script which is in the description. It contains the setup function, and then you simply gotta paste the override function, and after that you can just simply build it firstly and then run it. So for building, what you have to do is firstly go into your workspace by using cd. You might be quite familiarized by now as to how to do it. You just type your you type your workspace, and then what you gotta do is that just simply call build it. And as you can see, after pressing it, it should be successfully built. And then after this, you can just simply source your setup.py and just try to run it. You can just simply run it how we ran publisher and subscriber nodes. To run it, just write ROS to launch minimal underscore py dot underscore pkg, and then you just gotta write the py script that we just created using cat function. And as you can see now, it creates both published and the subscriber nodes in itself. So the robot is basically talking to itself. It's publishing something, and it's also at the same time it's hearing stuff. Now we are gonna look at some tools known as command line tools, which help you inspect, debug and interact with your robot at runtime. So firstly, as usual, we are gonna source, and for demo we are just gonna run our minimal underscore py.pkg. We just ran it in previous section. And now to see these command line tools, we are gonna write some commands. Firstly, as usual, we'll just source our workspace, and then we'll just write rs to topic list. And as we can see some commands, and we can choose any of these commands. Let's firstly write rs to topic echo /chatter. So it will basically just echo what is happening in the left side. It is hearing hello rs2 and it's just printing it. To just stop it, you can press Ctrl+C. It was just for demo purposes. And next we are gonna see the topic info in chatter. So we are just gonna simply write info instead of echo. And if we press enter, we can see we have first got one publisher count and subscriber count. And as we know, now we can see the service list and we get a lot of commands. We can run any of these. Let's choose a random command for demonstration purposes. Let's now write rs to node list. We can see we have publisher and subscriber, and we can see in this rs to service list there are a lot of extra commands which come from publisher and subscriber. Now we can simply just run ros to node info py underscore publisher for demo, and then we can see the parameter list from this. As you can see, we have one parameter known as use underscore save underscore time, which is in the py underscore publisher. We can just simply see what the value of it is, and as it is showing, it is false right now.